On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Navigate.
To plan and direct the way that a ship, plane, etc. will travel, often by using a map.
Examples:
Navigate the Pacific. Navigate through a document. Our knowledge helps navigate our clients successfully.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Affair.
Event, situation, or subject that is significant from a political or public perspective, a secretive or illicit sexual relationship.
Examples:
Current affairs. Domestic affairs. Some critics say this exhibition will be a big affair.
Curator.
A person whose job is to manage the objects or artworks in a museum, art gallery, etc.
Examples:
Curator of a library. Interim curator. The museum curator conserved the ancient manuscripts.
Acclaim.
Praise or admiration that is expressed publicly, verb, to praise or admire someone or something publicly.
Examples:
Acclaim the winner. Treated with royal acclaim. The actor's performance in the play earned her widespread acclaim from the theater community.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Gear.
A toothed wheel that engages another toothed mechanism to change the speed or direction of transmitted motion, a set of tools, equipment, or other items for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Sports gear. A gear change lever. She checked her gear before embarking on the hike.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Introductory.
Intended as an introduction or preliminary, serving as a base or starting point.
Examples:
Introductory biology text. Product introductory sale. The introductory class was designed to give students a basic understanding of the subject.
Unprecedented.
Never having been seen, done, or known before.
Examples:
Unprecedented boom. Unprecedented business opportunity. Unprecedented amounts of heckling and slogan shouting took place throughout the event.
Disconcert.
To cause confusion, uncertainty, or embarrassment in someone. To make someone feel uneasy or uncertain.
Examples:
Disconcert his plans. Disconcert the enthusiast. His sudden departure disconcerted the team.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course. Weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Co-worker.
A person who works with another in the same company or organization.
Examples:
Coworker relationship. Argue with a coworker. My ex-coworker and I had different working styles, but managed to get along.
Chill.
A feeling of coldness that makes one shiver. Verb, to make cool or cooler.
Examples:
The chill of autumn. Feel a slight chill. His swear words cast a chill on the party.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Coalition.
A temporary alliance formed by two or more political parties for combined action, the state of being combined into one body.
Examples:
A three-party coalition. Coalition forces. The two largest opposition parties announced they would form a coalition in the next elections.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
A worldwide epidemic. Health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Vaccine.
A substance that is put into the body and protects them from disease by causing them to produce antibodies, equals proteins that attack harmful bacteria, viruses, etc.
Examples:
Development of vaccines. An oral vaccine. The mRNA vaccine was approved in less than a year because it did not contain the fragments of the target virus.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Antibody.
A substance produced in the blood that attacks and kills harmful bacteria, viruses, etc., to fight disease.
Examples:
Produce antibody. Antibody against bacteria. This pharmaceutical company is developing antibody drugs with fewer side effects.
Antiviral.
Inhibiting or stopping the growth and reproduction of viruses. Noun, any drug that destroys viruses.
Examples:
Antiviral effect. An antiviral agent. The doctor immediately prescribed antiviral drugs.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Simulate.
To make a pretense of someone's behavior or looks, to reproduce something that exists in real life using computers, models, etc., usually for study or training purposes.
Examples:
Simulate climate change. Simulate a future scenario. He had painted the wood to simulate stone.
Respiratory.
Relating to the organs and processes involved in breathing, such as the lungs and the act of inhaling and exhaling air.
Examples:
Respiratory failure. Alleviate respiratory ailments. Chronic respiratory disorders, such as asthma, can significantly impact a person's quality of life.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Fulfill.
To meet the requirements or expectations, to achieve or realize.
Examples:
Fulfill a contract. Fulfill a lifetime dream. It was the first time for her, but she fulfilled the role of priest.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Prediction.
The act of predicting the future by reasoning, a statement made about the future.
Examples:
Make my predictions. Gloomy predictions. These results muddied the prediction.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Smallpox.
A highly contagious viral disease characterized by fever, weakness, spots on the skin, and often death.
Examples:
Smallpox epidemic. Smallpox vaccine. An outbreak of smallpox occurred in the 1920s.
Horrific.
Causing horror or disgust, gruesome and terrifying.
Examples:
Horrific experience. Horrific condition. The accident scene was horrific, with bodies and debris scattered everywhere.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Infectious.
Able to be passed quickly from one person, animal, or plant to another, especially through air or water.
Examples:
An infectious fever. Person's smile is infectious. Leprosy is an indolent infectious disease.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Gigantic.
Extremely large.
Examples:
Gigantic proportions. Gigantic monsters. He was so hungry from the long journey that he had a gigantic appetite.
Influenza.
Formal for flu, a highly contagious viral disease that causes fever, severe aching, and catarrh and often occurs in epidemics.
Examples:
An epidemic outbreak of influenza. Influenza B strain. The research institute allocated a lot of money to study the cause and prevention of influenza.
Prospect.
The possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful, a person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular, a potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
Prospect for gold. Job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Transmissible.
Of or connected with something, such as a disease or trait, able to be passed or transmitted from one person or organism to another.
Examples:
Transmissible through contact. Maximum transmissible data size. The disease is highly transmissible and can be transmitted through close contact with infected individuals.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
a medical opinion, temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
discuss options, discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Transmission.
The act or process of sending something from one person or place to another, the process of broadcasting over the airwaves, as in radio or television.
Examples:
transmission speed, the transmission gears of a car. Education is the transmission of civilization.
Alarm.
A loud noise or an automatic signal that warns people of danger. A device that signals the occurrence of some undesirable event or particular danger.
Examples:
give the alarm, an alarm clock. The alarm announcing an enemy attack went off this morning.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
equivalent amounts, equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Shut down.
The act of stopping or ceasing operation or activity, a temporary or permanent closure or halt to a system, organization, or service.
Examples:
shutdown operation, government shutdown. The company announced a temporary shutdown due to the pandemic.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
extreme sports, extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
a bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
he confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Therapeutic.
Relating to or involved in the treatment of illness or injury.
Examples:
therapeutic massage, therapeutic administration. Yoga is known to have therapeutic benefits for the mind and body.
Novel.
An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story. Adjective, original and of a kind not seen before.
Examples:
historical novel, novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback.
Scary.
Causing fear or fright, frightening, intimidating.
Examples:
Scary dream, scary story. The horror movie was so scary that I couldn't watch it alone.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something. A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel, unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities.
Preparation.
The activity of getting ready for something or making something ready.
Examples:
A preparation program. The preparation of meals. He helped me with the preparation of this book.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Transmit.
To send or forward an electronic signal, to pass something from one person or thing to another.
Examples:
Transmit the disease. Transmit information. Parents often transmit their characteristics to their children.
Prioritize.
To assign a higher level of importance to something compared to other things.
Examples:
Prioritize tasks. Prioritize people over cars. The organization prioritized the needs of the community in its decision-making.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Disastrous.
Extremely bad, harmful, or unsuccessful.
Examples:
Have disastrous consequences. Absolutely disastrous effect. The emission of hazardous substances has disastrous effects on the ecology of a region.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, Most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Undo.
To reverse the effect of an action or event, typically one that is recent or specific.
Examples:
Undo changes. Undo a belt. I accidentally deleted the file, so can you undo that action?
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Epidemiology. The
study of the distribution and determinants of health-related states or events, including diseases, in specified populations, and the application of this study to the control of health problems.
Examples:
Epidemiology research. Cancer epidemiology. The epidemiology of influenza has been well studied over the years, leading to the development of effective vaccines and treatment strategies.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples:
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Chef.
A cook, especially the chief cook in a restaurant or hotel.
Examples:
Chef knife. Master chef. The chef at the restaurant was known for his creative and delicious dishes.
Advantage.
A condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position, a beneficial feature or asset that someone or something has.
Examples:
Score an advantage. Take advantage of his weak points. One of the main advantages of the new product is its increased efficiency.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples.
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples.
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Nurse.
A healthcare professional who is trained to provide care for the sick or injured. Verb, to try to cure by special care or treatment of an illness or injury.
Examples.
Nurse practitioner. A volunteer nurse. The night shift nurse checked my vital signs before administering the medication.
Shove.
To push someone or something in a rough way.
Examples.
Shove a person aside. Shove hamburger into my mouth. He forcibly shoved the flyer into my bag.
Swab.
A small piece of soft material used by a doctor, nurse, etc., for cleaning a cut or taking a sample from somebody's body for testing. Verb, apply, usually a liquid, to a surface.
Examples.
Alcohol swab. Cotton swab. He took a swab of his ear.
Cough.
To expel air from the lungs suddenly and noisily, often as a reaction to irritation, illness, or some other physical condition. Noun, a sudden, forceful expulsion of air from the lungs, often accompanied by a distinctive sound.
Examples.
Cough several times. Persistent cough. I can't stop coughing and think I might have caught a cold.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples.
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples.
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Accuracy.
The state or degree of being exact or correct, the ability to perform something with proficiency and without mistake.
Examples.
Degree of accuracy. The accuracy of his compass. To assure accuracy, I recommend investing in high-quality test kits.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Prescribe.
Of a doctor, to advise and order the use of particular medicine or treatment for someone, especially in writing, to issue commands or orders for something.
Examples:
Prescribe a drug. Prescribe in the preceding paragraph. Federal bankruptcy laws prescribe the reorganization process.
Chaotic.
Without any order or organization, extremely disorganized, unpredictable, and confusing.
Examples:
The chaotic economic situation. Chaotic theory. Change is also occurring in Turkey as a result of chaotic reform.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
Priority call. Priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Kiosk.
A small, often freestanding structure or booth, typically used as a retail outlet or information center, particularly in a public space or high-traffic area.
Examples:
Outdoor kiosk. Information kiosk. I ordered some snacks at the kiosk before boarding my flight.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Survival kit. A first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something. Noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples:
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Relieve.
To make something burdensome, unpleasant, or painful less severe.
Examples:
Relieve his thirst. Relieve stress. The medicine relieved his headache, and he felt much better.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Dial.
To adjust or set the controls of a machine or device by turning a controller called dial. Noun, a disc on a telephone that is rotated a fixed distance for each number called.
Examples:
Dial up the volume. Dial down the tension. He dialed the phone number and waited for an answer.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Disagree.
To have or express a different opinion, idea, etc.
Examples:
Disagree about a particular issue. Disagree with a plan. I disagree for reasons already stated above.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
Indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Overload.
To put too much a load in or on something.
Examples:
Overload the circulatory system. Overload a muscle. Be careful not to overload the laundry machine.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
Impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Riddle.
A type of question that describes something in a difficult and confusing way, and that has a surprising answer, often asked as a game.
Examples:
Riddle me a riddle. Solve the riddle. The riddle remains mysterious to us.
Victory.
A success in a game, competition, election, or battle, or the knowledge that you have won.
Examples:
Victory in the law court. Victory over terrorism. We are optimistic about our final victory.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position. A public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Immunity.
The ability of an organism to resist infection or disease, often due to the presence of antibodies.
Examples:
Immunity booster. Immunity response. Vaccination is an effective way to build immunity against diseases.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Pile.
A collection of objects positioned one on top of another, a large sum of something, such as money.
Examples:
A sand pile. The height of a pile. After the party, they had to clean up piles of dirty dishes.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Elderly.
A polite word for old.
Examples:
A home for the elderly. Elderly woman. The elderly woman is quite energetic.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
A meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Irresponsible.
Not showing a proper sense of responsibility, not reliable.
Examples:
Irresponsible actions. Irresponsible behavior. It was irresponsible of him to drive home after drinking so much alcohol.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Thereabout.
Approximately, around a particular time, place, or amount.
Examples:
Thereabout estimate. 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. or thereabout. I live in a small town thereabout 50 miles from the city.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Horrify.
To shock or disgust greatly.
Examples:
Horrify audience. Horrify victims. The series of terrorist attacks horrify the entire nation.
Contemplate.
To think about a possible future action, or to think about something for a long time thoughtfully.
Examples:
Contemplate a marriage. Contemplated leaving school. I recently contemplated dropping out of school and getting a full-time job.
Pariah.
An outcast or social reject, a person who is despised and avoided by society or a particular group.
Examples:
Pariah community. Treated as a pariah. Being a whistleblower can often lead to becoming a social pariah in some industries.
Tempting.
Likely to attract or persuade someone to do something, especially something that may not be wise or safe.
Examples:
Tempting offer. Sound very tempting. The chocolate cake was too tempting for me to resist.
Madden.
To make someone extremely angry or irritated, often to the point of losing control or rationality, to become irrational or frenzied with anger or frustration.
Examples:
Madden with rage. Madden the enemy. The slow internet connection maddened him as he tried to stream his favorite show.
Allocate.
To give or distribute something, such as resources or duties, to someone or something for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Allocate resource. Allocate budgets. The company allocated a portion of its profits to developing new products.
Restrict.
To limit someone's actions or movements, or to limit something to lessen its size or prevent it from increasing.
Examples:
Restrict an internet access. Restrict the use of this parking lot. We restrict the number of students per course to 20.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
Learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
Nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Asymptomatic.
Not experiencing or exhibiting any symptoms of a particular disease or condition, even though the individual may be infected or affected by it.
Examples:
asymptomatic carrier, asymptomatic infection. The study showed that 1/3 of infected individuals could remain asymptomatic throughout the disease.
Parameter:
a numerical or other measurable factors that characterize a system or set of data.
Examples:
parameter estimation, parameter tuning. The temperature range was one of the critical parameters we had to consider when designing the experiment.
Imperial:
relating to or associated with an empire or the person or country that rules it.
Examples:
imperial rule, imperial palace. The imperial palace is now undergoing repairs.
Pragmatic:
practical rather than idealistic.
Examples:
pragmatic approach, pragmatic politics. He was a pragmatic leader who made decisions based on what was practical rather than ideal.
Hemisphere:
half of the terrestrial globe, half of a sphere.
Examples:
northern hemisphere, cerebral hemisphere. This weather pattern is unique to the southern hemisphere.
Degree:
a unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
bachelor's degree, degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Optimistic:
hoping or expecting that good thing will happen or something will be successful.
Examples:
he is optimistic. Optimistic outlook. Most executives were optimistic about future business conditions.
Miraculous:
very effective or lucky, or completely unexpected.
Examples:
a miraculous encounter. Go through a miraculous change. He made a miraculous recovery.
Explode:
to burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Imply:
to indicate the truth or existence of something without referring to it.
Examples:
imply a strong correlation. Imply the presence of alien. The salespeople speak in technical terms to imply that they are more knowledgeable than the customer.
Circulate:
to move continuously or freely around a place or closed system.
Examples:
circulate a rumor. Circulate an agenda before the meeting. The fan circulates the air in the room quickly.
Interpretation.
An explanation or opinion of something, especially that is not immediately obvious.
Examples.
The interpretation of history. Open to interpretation. His interpretations of literary works are often unique.
Spreadsheet.
A computer program that is used for displaying and dealing with numbers by arranging them in rows and columns.
Examples.
A spreadsheet program. Plug numbers into a spreadsheet. I accidentally deleted all the contents of the spreadsheet.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples.
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Exponential.
Becoming more and more rapid, of or involving mathematical exponents.
Examples.
Exponential growth. Exponential function. Since the 1990s, the Internet has continued to experience exponential growth.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples.
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples.
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples.
Reproductive ability. During reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Quarantine.
A state of isolation imposed on people or animals to prevent the spread of disease.
Examples.
Out of quarantine. Mandatory quarantine. Due to the outbreak, the government imposed a 2-week quarantine for all travelers.
Plague.
Any epidemic disease with a high death rate, also called pest, a serious, sometimes fatal, infection spread by rats that causes fever and swellings on the body.
Examples.
Catch the plague. Deadly plague. Our farm experienced a plague of locusts this year.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples.
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples:
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus, Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban from the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Reversible.
Capable of being turned or done in the opposite direction or way, capable of being reversed or undone.
Examples:
Reversible decision. Reversible fabrics. The jacket is reversible so that you can wear it with the fur lining on the outside or the inside.
Dimension.
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Luxury.
A state of great comfort or sophistication, mainly provided by expensive and beautiful things.
Examples:
Get into the luxury car market. Luxury hotel. His anti-luxury practices were quite strict.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Slum.
A heavily populated urban area characterized by poor, rundown housing and infrastructure, often associated with poverty and social neglect.
Examples:
Slum area. Slum dwellers. The government needs to invest more in affordable housing options to reduce the number of people living in slums.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Definitely.
Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly.
Examples:
Definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly.
Respire.
To breathe, to inhale and exhale air, to live.
Examples:
Respire deeply. Unable to respire on my own. The scuba diver needed to follow the proper techniques to respire while exploring the underwater world.
Personnel.
A group of people who are employed in an organization or one of the armed forces, the department responsible for hiring, training, and placing employees.
Examples:
Competent personnel. Personnel evaluation. Please forward the resumes to the personnel department.
Mention:
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Hydroxychloroquine.
A medication used to treat malaria and certain autoimmune diseases, such as rheumatoid arthritis and lupus.
Examples:
Hydroxychloroquine treatment. Potential hydroxychloroquine side effects. In the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a lot of debate over the effectiveness of hydroxychloroquine as a treatment for the virus.
Azithromycin.
A broad-spectrum antibiotic drug used to treat bacterial infections, especially respiratory and skin infections.
Examples:
Azithromycin tablet. Azithromycin powder. To ensure a successful treatment, it is crucial to adhere to the prescribed azithromycin dosage.
Infusion.
A liquid, especially one containing medicine, that is introduced into the body through a vein, muscle, or joint, the act of adding such liquid.
Examples:
Infusion therapy. Infusion pump. The nurse prepared an infusion of pain medication for the patient.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Compound.
An item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Triage.
The process of sorting or categorizing patients or other items by severity or priority to determine the order in which they should be treated or handled.
Examples:
Triage system. Triage nurse. In the aftermath of the hurricane, the military set up a triage center to assist with medical emergencies.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Assay.
To analyze or test a substance for its chemical composition or its quantity, to attempt or try something.
Examples:
Assay the sample. Assay the protein. Scientists must assay the chemical properties of the new drug before using it on humans.
Coordination.
The act of making all the people involved in a plan or activity work together effectively, the ability to control different parts of the body effectively.
Examples:
Data coordination. Loss of muscle coordination. Synchronized swimming needs close coordination between 6 performers.
Candid.
Honest, straightforward, and frank in someone's words or actions.
Examples:
Candid conversation. In my candid opinion. The candid photography captured the genuine emotions of the moment.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
A signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Serum.
The thin yellowish liquid that is a component of blood from which the clotting proteins have been removed, usually used to protect people or animals from disease, poison, etc.
Examples:
A serum injection. Examine serum. Serum therapy often involves injecting detoxified toxins to acquire antibodies.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Transfuse.
To transfer or impart something, such as blood, emotions, or knowledge, from one thing or person to another. To permeate or soak through something with a particular quality or substance.
Examples:
Transfuse plasma. Transfuse ideas. The hospital had to transfuse blood into the patient to replace the lost blood from the accident.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Fortunate.
having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
Local hero. Unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.
Donation.
A voluntary gift of money, service, or ideas that are given to a person or an organization, or the act of giving them.
Examples:
Make a donation. Political donation. He made a generous donation to the charity.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Presumably.
Believed to be true or likely based on the available evidence, or supposed to be the case without definite proof.
Examples:
Presumably accurate. Presumably refuse the offer. The witness's testimony was presumably based on what he had seen and heard.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Exponentiation.
The process of multiplying a number by itself a certain number of times represented by an exponent, the mathematical operation of raising a number to a power.
Examples:
Exponentiation function. Exponentiation operator. In cryptography, modular exponentiation forms the basis of many public key algorithms, such as the RSA algorithm.
Certificate.
An official document stating that the information contained within is true.
Examples:
Official score certificate. A birth certificate. He received a certificate in computer programming from the local college.
Vaccinate.
To treat with a vaccine, usually by injection, to produce immunity against a disease.
Examples:
Vaccinate against scarlet fever. Vaccinate every year. The nurse vaccinated the children in the school.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Sector.
A distinct part or division of something often used to refer to a segment of an economy or industry, an area or field of work or activity.
Examples:
Industrial sector. Private sector. The technology sector is constantly evolving and innovating.
Jam.
A situation in which something becomes stuck because of a dense crowd of people, vehicles, etc., a preserve of crushed fruit.
Examples:
A traffic jam. A jar of jam. The shredder in the print room often has paper jams.
Turbinate.
Having a spiral, winding shape, resembling a coil or snail shell, often used to describe the bony structures within the nasal cavity that help to warm and humidify inhaled air.
Examples:
Nasal turbinate. Turbinate hypertrophy. The patient had a deviated septum due to a turbinate bone in their nose.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
Terrifying experience. Terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Xenophobia.
Extreme fear or hatred of people from other countries.
Examples:
Suffer from xenophobia. Linguistic xenophobia. The xenophobia in society makes it hard for immigrants to assimilate and integrate.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Cooperation.
The act or situation of working together with someone towards a shared purpose, benefit, etc.
Examples:
Cooperation with strategic partners. Thoroughgoing cooperation. The cooperation between businesses and universities created this groundbreaking product.
Fantastic.
Extremely good, excellent.
Examples:
A fantastic dress. Absolutely fantastic event. The new amusement park ride was fantastic, with twists, turns, and drops that left riders screaming with excitement.
Evaluate.
To assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples:
Evaluate the grant proposal. Evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Neutral.
Not helping or assisting either side in a conflict, argument, etc.
Examples:
Permanently neutral country. Neutral colors. A legislative speaker should always be neutral.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Inward.
Directed or facing towards the inside, inside or inward looking.
Examples:
Inward peace. Inward cargo. The inward motion of the tide was gradually slowing down.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make a motion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples:
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
Physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Generosity.
The fact or quality of being willing to do kind things or give somebody money, gifts, or time freely.
Examples:
Act of generosity. Boundless generosity. He is remembered for his generosity and civilization.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
certain extent, the extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa, Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Malnutrition.
The condition of having an improper or inadequate diet, typically resulting in weakness, illness, and developmental problems, the state of being undernourished or lacking essential nutrients.
Examples:
severe malnutrition, childhood malnutrition. The doctor advised the patient to eat a balanced diet to avoid malnutrition.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
lung capacity, do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Indoor.
Located, happened, or used inside a building.
Examples:
an indoor pool, designed for indoor use. Table tennis is an indoor sport.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Mask.
To conceal something, noun, a covering that you wear over your face to hide it.
Examples:
mask body odor. An oxygen mask. The politician tried to mask the corruption.
Ventilate.
To supply fresh air to a room, building, etc., to remove stale air from it.
Examples:
ventilate my opinion. Ventilate air. It's important to ventilate the room to avoid the buildup of harmful gases.
Gown.
A long, flowing garment worn on formal occasions, especially by women.
Examples:
a judge's gown. Gown for the prom. She looked stunning in her long, flowing gown at the formal event.
Pharmaceutical.
Relating to the production and selling of the medical drugs.
Examples:
Major pharmaceutical companies. Commercial pharmaceutical products. She gave money to help set up a pharmaceutical laboratory.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Wrap.
To cover or enclose something entirely with paper, cloth, or other material.
Examples:
Wrap a fish in foil. Wrap up a meeting. Wrap the bandage tightly around the injured arm.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples:
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Unaddressed.
Not dealt with, resolved, or attended to, lacking attention or consideration.
Examples:
Unaddressed risks. Unaddressed letter. The community is frustrated with the unaddressed issue of crime in the area.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million.
Examples:
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Optimist.
A person who tends to expect the best in all things and to be hopeful and confident about the future.
Examples:
Optimist by nature. Excessive optimist. She is a confident optimist who always looks on the bright side.
Climate.
The weather at a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Malaria.
A severe disease caused by a parasite that is spread by the bite of an infected mosquito.
Examples:
malaria mosquitoes, malaria endemic area. Many people in tropical countries die from malaria every year.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
progression of civilization, progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
interrupt a call, abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
Polio.
An acute infectious disease caused by a virus that attacks nerve cells in the spinal cord and brain, leading to paralysis, muscle weakness, and potentially lifelong disability.
Examples:
polio epidemic, polio eradication. The polio vaccine development is regarded as one of the greatest medical achievements of the 20th century.
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Sober.
Not drunk or affected by alcohol, dignified in manner or character and committed to keeping promises.
Examples:
sober discussion. As sober as a judge. He led a sober life.
Dodge.
To move quickly and suddenly to avoid something, to evade or sidestep.
Examples:
dodge a blow. Dodge a question. She had to dodge the oncoming traffic to cross the busy street safely.
Continuously.
Without being interrupted or paused, repeatedly. Use one thing continuously. Continuously removed. The country's domestic coal consumption has been continuously declining for decades.
Pathogen.
A bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
Plant pathogen. The pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Craving.
A strong desire of wanting something.
Examples:
Craving for revenge. Curb our cravings. I have a craving for nicotine.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Analog.
Relating to or using signals or information represented by a continuous physical quantity, such as spatial position, voltage, etc.
Examples:
An analog watch. Digitization of analog sounds. Mercury thermometers are a type of analog sensor.
Timescale.
A period or interval of time, particularly one used as a standard for measuring or comparing other periods of time, a reference point or benchmark for the duration or length of a particular event or process.
Examples:
Long timescale. Realistic timescale. The timescale for completing the construction project is 3 years.
Wreck.
A ship that has sunk or has been destroyed, a vehicle that has been badly damaged in an accident.
Examples:
The house was a wreck. A worthless wreck. The divers accidentally discovered a wreck on the ocean floor.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples:
For your own sake. For the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
Dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Setback.
An unfortunate happening that hinders or impedes a reversal or check in progress.
Examples:
Major setback. Suffer a setback. The team experienced a setback when their star player was injured during the game.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. Scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Mentor.
A person who helps and advises a younger or less experienced person over time, usually at work or school.
Examples:
Mentor for life. Fashion mentor. As a mentor, he helped me realize my career.
Comply.
To obey an order, set of rules, or request.
Examples:
Comply with a code. Fully comply with all laws. The public schools comply with federal standards.
Mandate.
An official or authoritative instruction or command, a commission or authority to carry out a particular task.
Examples:
Mandate obligation. An imperial mandate. The mandate given to the new government is to improve the economy.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Hunch.
To lean forward or arch one's back in a way that suggests a feeling of suspicion or uncertainty. To have a feeling or presentiment that something is true or likely to happen, without evidence or explicit proof.
Examples:
Hunch against the rain. Hunch up the shoulders. I hunch over my computer all day, and my back aches after a while.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.